cracking, everybody? Coming back with the second one in my series, I guess. Guess I'm doing the whole thing now. Uh, Basically, I wanted to give you two people that are like very different in how they actually approach fighting and stuff. So I got my on this guy Braden Parker. He's your I sort of went with like if Perry Saturn and Kurt Angle did a fusion dance. Right. So you can kind of see where a lot of stuff is going from there and stuff. Main things I hit a lot of the stuff. I kept a lot of the stuff, smaller stuff like running offense, kicking offense and stuff low. I see people might be wondering why. Quite simply, that when what they was doing a lot of in the ring, so I turn it down so the AI doesn't do a lot of it. You'll still see they'll do running attacks. You'll see the clotheslines and things coming out of places and stuff. You'll still see all of that. You'll still see the toe kicks, the gut kicks, and things like that. Turning them down does not actually turn them off for the AI. AI is not that bright, so we have to steer the AI towards making smarter decisions. So we turn up what you want to see the AI use more of. Which brings me to the contrast. Jason Richards, my Matt Sydal type of dude and everything. So whereas you saw running offense and stuff pretty low and things, or like the springboards and your dives and stuff pretty low on Braden Parker, you'll see the springboards and aerials and things pretty high up on Jason Richards. I kind of picked both of these guys so you can see the differences in things and stuff like Braden Parker's his arm power was at somewhere around like 50 or so. Jason Richards is all the way down to 30, but his kicks are up to like 50 and things and stuff. This is really to make the AI choose one action over the other and things. And some of those overlay and stuff. So it's like diving with like drop kicks and stuff. Those are going to be like springboard or aerial attack, and the leg power and stuff. So you put up the higher thing that you want to see more of out of the AI. So you put the higher I put the higher points into the kick power. So when those opportunities arise, the AI is more likely to do that. You want that character hitting those springboards and diving attacks and things like that and stuff. So the AI then chooses this option is better than not doing it and going over to something else. That's why those points are higher. It has zero to do with the actual strength and stuff. You'll see like a lot of the attack numbers and stuff. If you actually go in the options and pay attention to the numbers and stuff, and when you actually in your move select and stuff like that, a lot of the stuff is predetermined. So the actual offense and offensive power and stuff really only matters how often it gets done. So, you playing the game as the player, you have that hub to keep watch of that and stuff. And so, in turn, it matters to you, but what's really going on is not that this thing hits this much, so I gotta use this one this many times or whatever. It doesn't work out that way in wrestling games like you would think so in normal fighting games and things. You're going more so off I can't let him hit me that many more times. Reversals are king in this game. So you don't need to actually worry about the power moves and things and setting up your AI. And things. Really however many times you want to see them perform that type of move. So you want to see them grab, do more suplexes, slams, and things like that. Turn the grapple up over all the other stuff. And things. They'll still do other things and stuff, but you'll see where the AI chose is bread and butter. So, going into noticing that about the AI and things, I started that's how I set up all of my offensive attributes and stuff. So, what about the defensive attributes? Well, they're really defense is mostly centered around reversals on this game. So they're they're not really that high. The highest I have is 75. Excuse me. And Brayden Park is actually one of the people that actually get a 75. The super heavyweights have that for grapple, and the people that are incredibly technically sound in my universe, your Benoit's, your Kurt Angles, and things like that. Your people that know that mat in and out. Also, with that, in certain other areas and things like that, it doesn't happen with just grapples and stuff. I kind of got this set up for everyone. Some of the people that know all the aerial moves and stuff have the high aerial thing. So like your Rey Mysterios or your Aero Stars, if you have a ROH or AAA or whatever, like where there's more high flyers going on and things, where they're like real dangerous because they not only can do all the high flying stuff, but they've seen and done it all. So they know what to expect when someone else is coming off the top or whatever. To counter that, they get them real high. Also, I made a special zone for specialists, as it were. This is the 85 range. In terms of high flying, no high flyer has it, but I call the one that fits in the high flyer range the out of nowhere stat. So you can kind of guess who gets that. That would be like your Organs, your Shawn Michaels. The people that not only have countered out of the air, but almost scared the cameraman in the process. Like he didn't know how to capture it. And things like when Orton RKO'd out of RVD's Rolling Thunder. Like, you don't think somebody doing a flip that low can catch the RKO or whatever. But Orton's just like, surprise, bitch. Here I am. It's like little small moments like that are like, you gotta give them some wiggle room. They're not gonna counter every single aerial attack and things. Otherwise, the out of nowhere means nothing. But that 85, it feels right for that camera. So somebody else might have a cutter, but theirs isn't quite as deadly as this one. You don't know when this one's coming. That gets to 85. In terms of grappling and stuff, you got a guy that's based off of Andre the Giant. You're really not picking him up too much. That gets to 85. Type of stuff like that. Also, those specialists, they are the only ones that get level 3 of the skills, abilities is what it's called, I believe. Like the teamwork, 1, 2, 3, mouthpiece, level 1, 2, 3. That stuff, rope breaks, 1, 2, 3. Those things and stuff. Like most people, so super heavyweights get the that big body one for level 3. Heavyweights don't get it. They just don't. They'll get the level 2. I do stuff like that, so you feel a difference in the weight and stuff. They also have smaller momentum and stamina and things. So, you feel that difference from using them and then moving around in the ring and stuff. From somebody like your Aero Star or whatever. They're supposed to feel different. The high flyers and stuff, a lot of their attacks don't hit as hard. Their dives and things do and stuff, but you're $150 or whatever, $185. trying to chop somebody that weighs like 400 or 500 pounds and stuff is not gonna do as much damage, is it? You know, so you gotta rely on that speed and keep them coming. Hitting the leg, chopping down the roots and things. And stuff. And so it's like I try to reflect all of that into those moments for each character. Like honestly on each show only about 5 of my characters have like resiliency. It's really those few characters that you think would have it. And you'll see a huge chunk of my characters kicking out of things and stuff. And you thought they were down and stuff. That's those defensive attributes. You kinda gotta actually rate those pretty realistically, but almost in the sense of what you would want it seen on the screen. Would you believe this person would kick out of this? Not whether or not do you like the other wrestler enough and want the other person to kick out. I see a lot of people rating stuff based on what they feel is popular and stuff, so they purposely give Cena like incredibly low kick-out ratings and stuff like that, and then get mad when the universe doesn't accurately reflect the product on the TV or some crap like that. Y'all didn't set it up to. You set it up to reflect what you wanted to happen. See, these modes, this whole game is like completely sandboxed. It's whatever you want it to be if you set it up to be that. And so I work from a sense of reality, but I never forget that this is still a game, and I don't try to out real life this game that's based on a product that's fictional that we all know. Like, look, like we're supposed to look at these things that happen in wrestling the same way we watch Avengers or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or whatever show was on. I don't really watch much TV. You like to, it's another mode of entertainment, and yet people are reading and mad with live TV. There's an error or something. This person watched this or whatever. And it's like, yeah, they're flipping off for like 3-4 different things. It gets other sweaty people and stuff. Sometimes things slip and stuff don't go according to plan on live television. This is the risk we all are willing to take when we tune in to watch. We know this, so why are you giving them hell for it? You know, we gotta be a little bit easier with this stuff. But, you know, there are some people that actually want them on these games, and I'm like, they exist on these games. They're called glitches, and you get irritated when they happen. So we have to be a little bit more forgiving of the games as well as ourselves. Once we do that, I feel like people are exactly ready to approach attribute rating. I use the whole span. Like, they don't let you go down to 1 on these games. You go down to 30, which I feel is okay. That's a person's not necessarily terribly bad at it or whatever. They can make stuff happen or whatever. Off 30, I've seen you know, I've seen the AI still do moves and things that's rated at 30. It's just not their go-to, so that's kind of what you want. So then I start edging points up or whatever. Will the person do more of these? Yeah, okay, well, about how much more? I started looking at it since it's rated from this to 100. I removed that number, that last number, 100. And I kind of think in terms of percentage. From 30 to 99. How often would you want to see them perform this act out of the match? And that's how I treat all the offensive skills. Not out of strength, but out of percentage for how much you want to see the AI perform. And this allows you to start sculpting out the different types of styles, strong style, and everything like that. So, from that, you'll start seeing all the different types of styles. The durability, look at that exactly as what you would expect the durability to be. How long they can withstand something in that area. I do legs and arms at around like 80% being the max durability. I don't go to the 100, I cut that off at about 80. Simply because how many attacks and things in the game are aimed at these limbs, but people have arm bars and leg locks and things as finishers. I realistically want people to be able to kick out and also tap out. So those on the durability, like 80 is the max for me. Alright, but hope you're finding these pretty, pretty helpful. I got 3 more coming out for the AI, and there's gonna be about 5 for actual gameplay. Alright. Catch y'all later.